Hello, great to see you. Welcome back to the Kenya Times. Today I'm delighted to have Constable Hiram Kimathi. Kimathi is a police officer who refused shoot to kill order from his boss, Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen. We shall be discussing so much with him right here in the studio. He's already with us. I'm your host, Nixon Njau. Walk with us throughout this interview. Karibu sana, Afande Hiram.
Asante sana for the invitation. Nashukuru sana the management of Kenya Times. Thank you so much for hosting me this morning. My name is Hiram Kimathi. I am a police constable who was stationed in Kyumbi police station, and he was later transferred to Todonyang police station in Turkana County. And I've served in the service for the last 14 years, and I'm grateful to God that today I'm here to have a discussion with Nixon Jau and the whole fraternity of Kenya Times. I'm much grateful.
Before we continue, we have known you, and many people have known you for the past 3 weeks. But they have known you according to how you have come out to refuse shoot to kill order from your boss, the Interior CS. But who is Kimathi? Where was this guy born and raised? And how even he found himself into the National Police Service?
This guy was born, this young man was born in Meru. I was born in Meru, Ment North. And I was born in Ment North, that is where my mother comes from. And I was brought up in Imenti Central. And I grew up, I went to Pori Primary School, that is my local school, then went to Nkwena Boys High School. That is where I finished my high school education. Then later on, I did a lot of courses in between before I joined the National Police Service. I joined the National Police back in 2013, and I joined the service in a very miraculous way. I was just like this kind of a guy who loves so much about keyboard, going to crusades and stuff.
A church boy.
I was a church boy. Not this church boy, but I was closer to God in terms of going to church. But I was I was a born again Christian, because back in high school I was the CU prayer coordinator. That means still I was very close to God. But a man with very many weaknesses. So I remember after 2012 December, there was something called the Methodist Church Synod. So we attended the church there, the synod, the crusades, na tukamaliza, and we came out with so much spiritual energy and spiritual vigor. And after that, a person that today I've never even met, I think he is right, employed me in the National Police Service. That's how I found. Even my mother, my dad, hawakujua nilipata kazi aje. I came to tell them that there was someone, there is someone who came through for me and gave me a job in the National Police Service.
So it's like God connected you
God
somehow.
connected me somehow in the National Police Service. And I want to be very clear, because National Police Service is known in the times of recruitment with a lot of malpractice and a lot of bribing and stuff. I came in the National Police Service without bribing anybody. That is how I found myself in the National Police Service.
And was it something that was in your mind, or you just found
I
yourself
have never,
like
back home we have people who have been in the service for so long. I have an uncle of mine, I have my dad, I have a lot of people who are in the service for so long. My brother is in the service too. It's not something that I've ever thought back in high school or back in any place I attended, any tertiary institution. I have never thought of being a police officer. That is something that has never crossed my mind.
Yeah, and recently we have seen you speaking out, you know, and many people are asking, what motivated you to just come out as a police officer and resist the order from your boss, the Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen, shoot to kill?
Let me tell you this, Nixon. People are asking a lot of questions. How did I manage to come out of the service and speak about this? It is humanity. Love for humanity. Love for service. You know, professionally, I'm a police officer. That is the work I'm doing currently. But before I became a police officer, I was a human being. A human being who was nurtured in a Christian background that reflects so much about taking care of human life and nurturing human life. So this time I'm sitting down, I am on my duty. I was in Mombasa Road, a certain company that most of the time we go for deployment. And when I saw what happened to Albert Ojwang in Central Police Station, this really touched my heart. Because the question I asked myself, what if this incident has happened to my brother? That the time I was triggered to talk. And I did my first, I'm telling you, Nixon, that I've never been so active on social media. But this incident of Ojwang touched my heart so much. And I had to respond. How was I supposed to respond at that time? To console with the family, that is one. Two, at least to talk to the members of the public so that the tension and the anger can be minimized at that time. And when I came out, I was so much received on the things I said. And talking about the shoot to kill order coming from a CS, that was very unfortunate. It was very, very, very unfortunate, I'm telling you, Nixon. Reason being, nobody deserves to die through a bullet. Nobody, I'm telling you, nobody. The only person that we say they deserve to die through a bullet is people who have caused us pain. Who are these people? They are Al-Shabaab and bandits.
And
the
the enemies.
And the very true. Who have killed our father, Father Alois the other day. The people who killed our children, our sisters and our brothers in Garissa and Westgate attack, those people deserve no mercy. They deserve all form of artillery fire projected on their end. But a Kenyan citizen who is not a criminal, who no matter the level of offense this person may have committed, they deserve to be prosecuted. That is the law, and that is the constitution we have.
And taken to court.
And taken to court. Be booked in the police station, be taken care of, because there is a light of arrest and persons in the cells. Then after being taken care of, a file is open. It is taken to the ODPP for perusal. The ODPP approves the charges. Then the guy faces the magistrate. That is the simple channel. And
the law follows it.
And the law follows suit.
Yeah. And when you began talking now, you said you came out because of the case of the late Albert Ojwang.
Yeah,
that is what really motivated you to come out as a police officer. When you began talking, how did your colleagues saw you?
I'm telling you, there's we really say, I've heard a lot of people say these words, that when a child is about to be born, there is a lot of labor pains that comes in. And our moms back at home, our wives can attest about that. But when that child is born, there is a lot of jubilation. This is what happens. The moment I started talking, one thing that happened very fast, I was crucified as a rebel.
In the police service.
In the police service. Why as this service crucified me as a rebel? Because the service standing orders prohibits us from speaking to the media or making any judgment concerning a certain situation. You understand that? So when I spoke out, a lot of officers came to support me, but majority of them could not support me of what I said. I saw even another guy called Odimo Gare, you meant an officer who is attached somewhere. I saw his post and I was so much like, Jesus, you can't cascade me on that level. At least allow me, hear me out, see where I'm going, see what I'm advocating. So when I spoke this thing out, Nixon, I became a rebel. And even I had someone was trying to say in my station that, like, wacha huyu mtu anastahili kutengwa. Like I have reprose those days that if you have reprose, unatengwa. So that the backlash have experienced along the way. But I thank God. Every journey is worth the sacrifice. I'm here today.
And how did the public responded?
Nixon,
the members of the public.
Nixon, one thing that I can really say about my Kenyan people, they are the most lovable people. You can fall in love with them anytime. And I've said this statement several times. They are the most unique people you'll ever see in this world. Why? They know how to appreciate when something good is done to them. they are the most gentle being you'll ever come across, because when I started talking, I am telling you, Korea, I've received immense support from the public, immense, until they say, now you get out. What are you doing? Come and side with us in everything we are doing. And I have felt home. This, for the last 3 weeks, I have felt very patriotic, and I felt home. I have felt home because of the love.
And in the last 48 hours, in one of the media stations, you claimed that your life was in danger. Is it still in danger?
You know, most of the time, you see, you saw the response of Kipchumba, and he said, "Hey, this guy is trying to get an attention," and I responded. I said, "Don't get attention to men. Don't seek attention to men. Born and raised in the light way." And I don't have any personal thing with him. We have never crossed lots. He's just a guy who does not understand his job. That is as simple as that. And yes, there are people who are hunting me up to date. But I thank God I've been able to live per these principles I believe in. My life is in danger yet, because I don't know what they are planning, but I have a lot of info coming through. There is a directive that has come in. This guy is supposed to be arrested. This guy has become too much. This guy is talking much. Still, my life is in danger, Nixon. But this is what I really say. Don't you live a purpose that you're not ready to die for that purpose. If today you are a journalist, and you feel that is your calling, and you are not ready to die for that purpose, then you are in the wrong profession.
And when speaking now, during now the moment you came out, did you expect it to be suspended from work, or even being taken out of
I expected that, Nixon. That is obvious. When you go outside the principles and the ethics of work, what happens? You expect at the end of the day you'll be dismissed in the service, because your bosses may not concur well with what you are saying, because some of the statement I've made maybe exposes the National Police Service and its weakness, and our bosses can't allow that to happen. So I expected dismissal. And this is what I'm expecting right now, dismissal from the service. I expect anytime from now, maybe I'll be taken to court and be charged with desertion. I expected nothing good from the National Police Service. What I'm expecting right now is the worst. There is nothing good I expect to. I don't even expect the IG to wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, this guy is talking, and maybe he's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can nurture him, bring him in the service, and at least open a National Police Service media platform that can help the National Police Service to join in with the members of the public." I can't expect that from them. So whatever I'm expecting from the National Police Service right now is the worst.
And you were transferred to Todonyang?
Yes, my friend, I was transferred.
Is it the same thing you expected in mind?
Let me tell you this. The National Police Service for so long has used hardship areas as an area of punishment. And the National Police Service Act is against using any transfer as a means of punishment. So already they have broken the law. And I'll be charging them in court anytime from this afternoon. Why? Because you can't use a hostile environment as a means of punishment. That is totally wrong. So I expect, because this has been the norm in the service. Wale ukiangalia kwa nini utapata mahali wanaitwa VRL. Yani people who
are on the forefront.
On the forefront. Ndio wanaitwa VRL. So when you crop up, the next thing you will experience punishment in the most hostile environment. So I expected that. It's not something new to me.
And what is your response to that transfer? Will you go to Todonyang?
My response to that transfer is that the place I was born in Meru, and I've been raised throughout in Meru. It has a lot of agricultural activities for me to do. I don't have any. I finished my work in Todonyang in Rodwa. I finished that work. The Turkana people in Rodwa are the most beautiful people you'll see in this planet. They are the most people with golden hearts.
And why don't you want to go there?
I don't want to go there for now because I have a lot of assignment. How will I attend? I could have attended this meeting if I was in Todonyang. So being closer to the people now because of the things I'm doing, I deserve some time to be within Nairobi area or even in Meru County, within Nairobi area. So I don't think that at the same time Nixon, nilimaliza kazi yangu Turkana County. I did my operations there, did a lot of work there. I finished. So if they want to transfer me, they can give me a transfer to any place that I've never served.
When was the transfer summon came to you?
The transfer summon came on 22nd July. That is when the transfer. Unfortunately, this transfer came when I was off duty. I was back at home. That is when they produced the transfer. So when I came back, I made the transfer and I received it. I have the matching orders and I signed it. And I told them it's okay. I'm grateful for the time we have been together.
And when were you supposed now to report to work?
The moment you receive a matching order, Nixon, you're supposed to report in between, maybe from the day of release, departure, and maybe the end of the month. You can allow your hardship allowance to come in and your disturbance allowance to come in so that it will help you in transportation.
And now let's talk here now. Let's remain here on the National Police Service. There are some of the reforms that needs to be implemented and changed. What are some of those reforms that you see there's a weakness here the National Police Service should do to help even police officers to have a good environment in their workings?
Nixon, I want to start here. Thank you so much for that question about police reforms. Police reforms has been there. Tangu times majila sijui ya juza wetu and stuff. Police reforms have been there. We have the Ransiri report. We have the Titus Naikuni report. We have the Maraga report coming in lately. We have a lot of reports. But all those reports, the report even that gave a leeway for transition from the police force to a police service. All those things has been there. In the shelves, well written, well documented statements, reforms and things that need to be done. But unfortunately, there is one thing that is lacking in implementation of those reforms. One, political goodwill. There is no political goodwill. I don't see the reason why the president should establish a task force to look into the matters of the police. These matters of the police should go to Parliament because that is the registration body. Parliament to make laws on the reforms structure that is supposed to happen within the police service. So one thing that is missing, there is no political goodwill. Politicians are not ready to let the police be independent
and do their work.
And do their work.
Without
All that they want to be to hold them hostage. They don't want to release the police officers to go and do their work independently. That is one that is missing. Two, the National Police Service, the rank of the IG and staff and DIGs and senior officers. I think one thing that we are missing out is should not be political appointments. If you want to see the National Police Service functioning, it should not be political appointment. It should be a service that has grown its people until now they know the next person coming in to be the Inspector General is so and so
from the National Police
the National Police Service. The National Police Service Commission can do the monitoring. So that at the end of the day, at the top helm, you will have
there is
people.
A strong foundation.
There is a strong foundation. You will have people who have grown through the service and they have all the requirements.
And even they understand.
And even they understand the service. Another thing, that is to political goodwill and this kind of ingrown people within the service. Another thing that needs to be checked on these reforms is public-police relationship. How is it? If the public-police relationship is in shambles, it's very poor. then it needs to be checked very clearly. How do you check that? You check that by coming up with a policy, like community policing, but not on books, but on implementation. Police service lacks this structure of a document being implemented. You understand that? The National Police Service Act is very clear. The service standard on us is very clear. Another thing, if we allow the National Police Service to be a professional service, like any other profession, that has checks and balances all over, I'm telling you, we'll have the best National Police Service in the world. It's not merely focusing on the force part. Force, go to Mandamano, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be focused so much on service delivery. When you go to an hospital and a nurse is very rude, you feel like hata umepona. The same thing happens in the police station. When you come to the police station, report and inquiries office, and a police officer is very rude to you, you don't feel like you need to pursue any case in that station. What if now we become so professional to an extent? Professional means what? Means, one, coming in with the people who are a professional. People who understands the dynamics of in this world. So let's talk about employment and enlistment of people in the service. Bring in nurses, bring in doctors, bring in lawyers, bring in engineers, bring in plumbers, bring in technicians. People who have the expertise, knowledge on how to run the National Police Service. Because it is people, the National Police Service in Nixon is supposed to be people-centered. People-centered. So if it is people-centered, you are dealing all the time with academicians. So what do you need? You need people who have brains.
Sure.
You understand that? Because you are dealing with academicians. Right now, the level of people who are graduating from universities right now,
it is very high.
Very high. And they are the people who meet. Mama Mboko Utapata, she is doing a PhD there. So how do you now expect a person who is not academically sound to deal with Mama Mboko who is a PhD holder? That means the National Police Service have been passed by time. So anytime you see an enlistment and the only thing you have to count is the teeth and how many teeth this person has, not counting how many brain cells are functioning, then you are going out of.
Yes, and also you are talking about now, let's come to relationship between the police officers together with the public. In Kenya right now, it is very poor compared to Western countries like just the Western countries in general. You'll see police officers, they're in good terms even with the public. But in Kenya, there's a lot of difference. The public and the police, they are enemies. And even recently, we have seen during the Mandamanos and the Gen Z Mandamanos, police officers have been hated. What do you think is causing this disconnection between the police officers
and
the public?
the members of the
and
public?
what should be done?
And what should be done? Let me start by saying, Nixon, Kenya is not a poor nation. It's not a poor nation. All that we are going through right now is corruption and embezzlement of public funds. Kenya, in comparison with Western countries, it's one of the most richest countries. If only we have political goodwill to implement and to do things that we are supposed to do. And I will tell you this. When you check on how the Western police officers perform their duty and the environment that they are performing in is totally different from our environment in Kenya today.
Sure.
How do you expect me to perform? Sa ile nimetoka kwa ile mutungi ya mabati. How do you expect me to perform? The environment itself is very challenging. You understand that?
It is not favorable.
It's not favorable. Two, the amount of money you are paying me for this job is not even, can't even consummate my bills. So it's something very little. So the environment still now, the financial hardship comes in. Another thing, there is a post-traumatic stress disorder thing that most of our officers go through when they are subjected in those environments. The chaplaincy and guidance and counseling department in the National Police Service is almost like non-existent because it is not functioning. Nixon, let me tell you this. The police and the members of the public, the only thing that you have to do as a National Police Service officer or CS, make good management of your human resource. How do you manage your human resource systems, that is your people? You give them the best diet. What do I mean by the best diet? Best diet means that already you impact their brains with relevant knowledge, with new skills on how to handle the members of the public. When we, the police officers, become so professional, it will be so simple
and easy
to engage with the members of the public. Why? Because the person, imagine now, I am not a lawyer, Nixon. Imagine me, a police officer, na ile Kiswahili yetu, trying to negotiate an offense with a lawyer on the street. I want to show you the members of the public has no problem, apart from the criminal elements that are there, kusumbua. Now imagine, I am negotiating with a lawyer. This is someone who has a vast knowledge on the law. And I'm trying to apprehend this person, maybe on the offense of obstruction. And this guy is so much updated on the new law in the market. Do you think I will challenge that person? I will not be able to challenge that person, Nixon. Why? Because these are the two levels of reasoning. I am reasoning on the ground whereby you need a cash bill. The lawyer is reasoning on the ground whereby, let's do a mediation, I'm ready to work. Kindly can I report and give me a receipt and I will pay in court, maybe tomorrow. You understand that? So if you have to check, to do a lot of check-in and balances, between the members of the public and the police needs a lot of work, more than the members of the public. That's what I can say.
And do you support police killing the people?
Nixon, it's only a madman, who sees there is a funeral in your neighbor's compound and you are celebrating. I will never support any killing of any person. The only killing I will even participate in is when Al-Shabaab attack my nation or any other insurgent. Any enemy. I will be in the forefront. I'm a good sharpshooter, by the way. I don't miss a bullet.
And have you ever killed someone in the line of duty?
In my line of duty, no. An enemy? An enemy, nope. But in the line of duty, I've never killed anybody. I've never killed anybody. I don't have any person today who is in prison because of I've charged them with a long offense. I don't have any person today who has a case against me in any court of law. That means then I'm a good citizen.
You are a good citizen.
Yeah.
And maybe the government will see that.
But anytime you see Al-Shabaab anywhere, you Nixon, always call me. call me. There is private ownership of firearms. Please call me anytime.
You'll help me.
I will help you out. Those guys, I don't want even to hear them anywhere in our territory.
And maybe the government will see and will see that you are disobeying their directive. What do you have to say?
I have to say this, Nixon. Nixon, have you ever disobeyed your parent in the past? Have you ever disobeyed your parent? Have you ever? Tell me yes or no.
It's something that somehow, yeah.
Let me tell you this, Nixon. If disobedience, there is a difference between disobedient and disagreement. I am not disobeying anybody. I am disagreeing. I am disagreeing with the system on their judgment on the issues of shoot to kill. I am disagreeing 100% with that. I'm not disobeying anybody. I'm 100% disagreeing that the shoot to kill order is not supposed to be there.
It's not the right thing.
It's not the right thing to
And
do.
have you received any call from the top? Maybe
top officials.
From the top officials.
I can't lie. You know, right now, I don't know if I am a case of interest from the top officials, because why should they call me? I'm just a common mwananchi like any other person. So I am not in their radar of the most important people they have to call. Those are guys who are coming in like, you can go to school, further your education more, do this. Then I have another person, a great man like Babu Awino, who is coming in. Can you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You can check on this, you can check on just mentorship. They haven't called me for anything. The people who have called me, they have called me personally for mentorship.
For mentorship.
For mentorship.
But do you expect any call from above very soon? Maybe from the interior CS or even the top officials?
One
at
call
the
that I
National
can
Police
never
Service?
pick, and even waste, I can't waste my time with Kipchumba's call. I
Why?
don't need
And
it.
he is your boss.
He is not my boss. That I can say here. How Nixon, how does someone become your boss?
When he employs you, he's
He is not
ahead
my
of you.
employer. I am employed by National Police Service Commission through the public. The National Police Service is executing his orders on employment from the members of the public. My biggest employer today is taxpayer who pays each and every day. Those are my bosses. Kipchumba is not my boss. My boss is you. Every person in this room, those are my bosses.
Public.
The public are my bosses. So if as long as the public are calling me all the time, I am ready to respond to their calls. Those are my bosses.
And earlier on you say you are expecting maybe very soon to be arraigned in court. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
I'm so much prepared mentally and so much prepared about that. If it happens, because I'm still waiting, you can't say a lot about it, I'm still waiting. If that time comes, Nixon, you'll see me in court. And I'll be so much happy to appear before the court, before a magistrate, and to answer any charges that will be described on me. And nashukuru sana pia.
So you refused the transfer to Todonyang?
Yes, I did.
Have you mind resigning from the National Police Service?
Why should I resign? Why should I resign?
You may be saying you are disagreeing with the
Then because they are the one who have been pinched on the long end, they have all the powers to dismiss me. Yes, that's how things work. So they will not be seeing my any resignation letter time soon, anytime soon. But if they feel like they want to dismiss me, then I'm ready.
You're ready to fight with life?
Yeah, Nixon, I'm ready to go back to the streets. What does that mean? It means I'm ready to go back to my roots, where I came from. There is a place I was born. There is a place I was raised. Employment is just the favor of God. It's God who has given you favor, Nixon. I'm not better than the 55 Kenyans or 55 millions who are outside there unemployed today. I just got a favor. And if that favor comes to an end, and a man thinks that this is the time to terminate this favor, then I have a place I call home. Nixon, utanipata pale nikikuchongea mio and tunapiga life ikisonga. I'm a very, very optimistic person in life. Extremely optimistic.
So you say kaende kaende.
Iende ikienda. Kama mbaya, mbaya.
And is there police officers who resonates with you?
Very many.
Who have called you and even told you?
I can tell you this, Nixon.
Kimathi, Afande, Hiram, help us.
Nixon, I can tell you there are very many. There are very many police. Let me look at this camera and say these words. There is a lot of good police officers in the National Police Service. A lot of them are good. A lot, and I mean it. A lot of them. There are people in the police service who are pastors, who are chaplains, who are doing nice job in the police service. There are people who are in areas that are very hostile. The GSU, the SOG, the REC group, the QRU, they are in the most volatile environment. And Nixon, I'm telling you the kind of work they are doing for this nation. The government of Kenya can't pay them. But I wish the government of Kenya today can even reason and pay them good hardship allowance. Just one thing, pay them good hardship allowance, because those guys are doing a fantastic job. The kind of guys you see on the street here, wakiwa na magari yao maserini wanapiga makelele in this town, making noise pollution throughout. Those guys don't understand what it takes for the peace we are enjoying. But I can tell you, I know what it takes. Because I know there are people right now as you are talking who are in Boni Forest, Nixon. doing a lot of fantastic job. There are people right now are fighting banditry in Kerio Valley, doing a lot of fantastic job. But those guys have never been recognized by their government. Their government uses them and dumps them. It's so much unfortunate right now, Nixon, there are police officers who are injured in the line of duty. Injured. Bullets, a lot of injury. But I can tell you they have never been compensated. They are crying back at home.
Is there no any maybe law that protects them?
There is a law. We have the cover, the insurance cover that is supposed to pay them in case of any injury in the line of duty. But I'm telling you the corruption that is within these systems, for you to get that claim or compensation, Nixon, it's only God who can intervene. It's only God who can intervene in the process. But we are trusting God, and I want this to reach to this guy called Kipchumba. Instead of coming to answer me go on the ground and understand what the human personnel are going through. Go and understand what these people are going through. Let them speak out. Ask them. Ask a police constable. How does a day in report office look like? How was a day in Central Police Station cells, whereby you have more than 200 convicts or 200 people are waiting to be produced before the court of law? How does that environment look like? Go to a police constable in Kapendo. Ask that police constable, what can I do that can make your work so easy and simple that you can serve the members of the public? That will be, you'll do a lot of groundwork. And at the end of the day, you come and realize, I have a lot to do as a CS. Not these PR stunts you're doing all over.
And as we conclude now, how has your family supported you in
My
all
family,
this? Are they worried?
My family, they are in panic mode. What is not happening? I have never been this kind of a guy. I've been a reserved person. I think reserved, not this extrovert kind of a person I'm seeing lately. Is this guy who keeps quiet and observes things. So my brother calls me and he is like, I've never felt you talk about these things.
What has happened?
What has happened? I've never felt you being so much vocal and ambitious about political things and things that are happening to our nation. And I said, you know what, bro? Sometimes, Nixon, there is a grace that comes unto the life. That is what we call anointing of God. You don't know when it appears to you. It comes at a time you don't even expect it. So that grace falls on you and transforms you to a person that you have never been. That is what we call grace. So that is what happened. I can't take credit. God takes the bigger credit. Because I was just a person who nobody knew. But what has grace done today?
You're just a great
I'm
guy
here,
today.
not a great guy. I'm here with you, Nixon. For you to get some credit to be here, that means then God is doing great things.
Indeed. So I want you to talk to this camera. And what next to Constable Hiram Kimathi?
What next? What next to Constable Hiram Kimathi? This is something that I really say in most of the interviews that I've gone, and I really say I live by faith. I live each day by faith. I can't say what is next tomorrow, but I will hear from God. I'll sit down and ask my God, what is next for me? Because that question, I can't answer it myself. It's only God who can answer that. Because each and every day we live by faith, and it's by the grace of God. We don't live by our own decisions and stuff. We live by the guidance of God. But I will say that I want to go back home, spend some good time with my little children. That is, they feel I've been away for so long. I think that is something I want to do. I want to be a good father to them.
That is Meru?
That is Meru. I want to be a good father to my boy and my daughter. And I want at least to take some off days and go for a vacation with them. Because I've been an absent father. Almost even their mother complains a lot that you don't even think about us. But I think that is something I want to do for my family. Another thing I want to do, I want to go back home, start talking with the elders, because I respect them so much, start talking with my community, and they will tell me what next. So all these questions of what next, I'm telling you the whole truth, Nixon, because we are in social media. You will hear it from the members of the public. They will tell me, those are my employers. They will tell me what next. And the place that, that they will say to, we need to step in, that is the ground we are going to explore. Yeah.
So thank you very much for coming.
Asante sana.
And for coming for this interview.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Thank you for the Kenya Times fraternity for hosting me. May the Lord give you grace all the time. You find favor with your viewers and reach out to very many people. So may the blessings of God be with you.
And that is why we call ourselves by the people for the people.
By the people for the people.
Yes, we need people like you.
I think I will do that line today. By the people,
for the people.
For the people. Working for the people.
Yes, working for the people.
Asante sana.
So thank you. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so
in your
much.
endeavors.
Asante sana.
So that is where we conclude our interview together with Constable Hiram Kimathi. He says, what next for him? It is only God who knows. See you next time. I've been your host, Nixon Jau.